come here. Hello. I hope everyone's doing super dandy today, because for today's video, we are here with Mr. Benson, which he has a licking disorder. He just loves licking. It's his favorite hobby. That's enough. Anyways, for today's video, we're gonna be creating a nice, warm, very warm sweater for Mr. Benson here. And today's video is sponsored with Hobby. Can you stop licking? And today's video is sponsored by Hobby. They have partnered up with me to make today's sweater, and I've also partnered with them to make a pattern so you guys can make the sweater we're making today at home for your guys' pups or cats. Probably work for cats too. But today we're gonna be using some nice chunky yarn here. It's 100% wool, so keep your pup, especially this pup, because he's got no hair on his belly, so he needs a nice warm sweater when he's outside in the cold. So we're using 100% wool, nice chunky, so it shouldn't be very long. It's gonna be a nice quick project. Unless you have like a really big dog, then it might take you a little bit more time. But we're gonna be making a nice colorful sweater today. The pattern comes from extra small all the way up to 3XL, and today we're gonna be making a size small for this little guy. You're also gonna need some knitting needles. We're gonna be using 8mm knitting needles. But other than that, stop. You don't really need any other supplies other than scissors and a yarn needle. Those are the other two actually you need. But let's get started. Let's get started on making this little man a nice warm sweater. Because look, no hair. No hair right here. It's all gone. Okay, Benson. You can't keep licking. You gotta stop licking. Got my knitting needles. So to start off with, we're gonna start with the top piece, or technically the back piece of the your dog. I'm gonna start off with white for my ribbing here. So let's begin. Looking good, looking good. So fun fact, while I'm finishing my cast on, I have been starting to listen to the Harry Potter books. Not read them, just because I don't really have time to sit down and read them, but I do have time to listen. So lately, I've been doing that. I'm already on the second book, and I'm just so excited to finally know, you know, all the Harry Potter terms, because a lot of people talk about Harry Potter and how amazing it is, but I've never watched them, never read them, so I have no idea what's going on when everyone talks about them. But now I know what Gryffindor is, and Hufflepuff, and Slytherin. I'm a new person. Good job, Jenna! So now that I got my cast-ons, now we're gonna work on the ribbing. So the end, because we're working on the, you know, the top of the Dougie, we gotta do a ribbing at the end. Otherwise, it would really curl. So that's why I like ribbing. It just looks nicer, you know, a little decorative stitch. And also, it makes it look nicer and it's decorative, I guess. Yeah. But for the ribbing, I am doing a 2x2 rib. So I'm doing 2 knit stitches, 2 purl stitches, 2 knit stitches, 2 purl stitches. Bam, bam, turkey chicken. We're done 1 row. Okay, so I am done my ribbing here. So now that that's done, we can move on to the fun part, which is choosing our colors. For me, I'm gonna be using these colors right here, and I'm gonna be doing the stripe which comes with the sweater. So every single size, it gives you how many rows you're supposed to do of each color. You can change that up. You can do any colors you want. You can also do the sweater in one color, like if you just wanted a full white sweater, you can do that too. You can do whatever you want, but I really like a colorful sweater. So we're gonna start with the white, and then we're gonna move on to the pink. So when you're adding color, it's pretty straightforward. I know it seems very complicated to add colors, but when you're doing stripes, it's really easy peasy lemon squeezy. Because Bob's your uncle. Instead of just using, you know, our yarn here that we're working with, you just use this one. So when I'm starting off my row, instead of using this one, I use this one. So I'm just looping that in there. Look at me go. Just look at me go. Look at this. Look. And then you'll just have the, the extra dangling off. I like to leave about 20 centimeters or 7 to 8 inches on the side here. Let's see what the sweater looks like so far, Benson. So handsome. Look at you. You're gonna look so cute in this sweater. See, this is why I love knitting so much, is that I can legit sit in my bed with my dog and make him clothes. There's nothing better in the world. There's honestly nothing better in the world. Does anybody else's dog just breathe so heavily sometimes for no apparent reason, like they're annoyed? Like, I know he can breathe fine. Like, he's fine. Here is my update of the sweater. So this is the back panel I'm working on, like I mentioned. So I gotta finish this whole thing first before we can get to any of the other fun stuff. But it's looking so cute. So I'm gonna try my best to finish this in 24 hours. I don't know. I tend to like to get things done and done fast. We'll see how long it takes. It's not that big of a project. It's relatively small, like physically, it's small. We'll see. So today's video, it is sponsored by Hobby. So thank you so much, Hobby, for sponsoring today's video. That being said, the yarn I'm using today from Hobby, I'll link it down below. And also the pattern that I personally created, it's called the Benson sweater. It's called the Benson sweater. Is on Hobby's website too, and I'll have that linked down below if you guys want to make one for your dog or your cat or with your rabbit. Although that might be a little toasty warm for your rabbit, and it might not fit unless you have a real big rabbit. That actually got me a little curious. How big do rabbits get? Holy cajoli. They can be up to 20 pounds, rabbits? They're legit a dog. What? Look how big that rabbit is. Okay, if you have a rabbit this big, 100% the sweater will fit. A 49-pound rabbit? How is that even possible? This dog right here, 18 pounds. Okay, we are at the point in our dog sweater journey, that if you have a dog that wears a harness when they go for walks or just wears my soup. We're at the part in our sweater that we need to put a hole here and not like actually like cut a hole. We need to actually strategically put a hole right here so the leash can, clip to the harness. But if your dog wears a collar when you walk them, then you won't need this. You can skip this part and get all the way to the top, but Benson, he likes to wear, well, personally, I like to put his harness underneath his sweaters and then have a hole for the leash. So for today's soup, if you guys haven't watched any videos of mine, hello, my name is Jenna, and my favorite thing to eat is soup. So today, for lunch, we're having a vegan split pea soup, which sounds amazing to me, but a lot of you probably think this looks like baby food, and probably could be fed to a baby. I'm not really sure because I don't have a baby, or I've never fed a baby, so I don't know, but. So for this leash hole, yeah, we're gonna call it a leash hole. You just have to cast off 4 stitches in the center, wherever the pattern tells you to cast off. It's different for every size. And then after that, you knit to the end. And then when you get to the next side, when you get onto the back side, then you just cast on 4 stitches where you took them off, and then continue knitting. And then Bob's your uncle, you got a nice leash hole. And because Bob is your uncle, you're pretty much done the back piece of your sweater. You just have a few more rows to do, and then you can cast off whatever cast off you want to do, and then it looks like this. Maybe it's smaller, maybe it's bigger, I don't know, but it looks like this. Stephanie, aka she's done. Because now we are working on the belly. The belly. I chose just to do one color for the belly, but you can do 2. You can do multiple. If you want to do a full rainbow sweater, you go for it. But for me, I'm just doing one color. So this one I did green, but for this one, I'm doing blue. We are going to be doing it in all ribbing because we want it to be nice and stretchy. We want it to, like, you know, hug their body, and we also don't want it to be loose because if you have a boy dog, like my dog Benson, if it's too loose, the sweater, which I've had loose sweaters in the past, your dog will just pee right into it. There we go, turkey and hams. She's done. Or not really, I'm done with the cast on. Fun fact, everyone, I am wearing my husband's socks for this video because I didn't have any clean socks, so I just took a pair of his. And fun thing about socks is that you don't have to have the same size feet to fit in them. And his are definitely way bigger than mine, and they still somewhat fit. So last night I did get a little bit on the wild side with my knitting, and what I mean by that is that I finished the whole belly, which I thought I was gonna have to finish it today, but I got really tired. I'm just gonna be honest, I got really tired last night, took a nap, and then I just had this overload of burst energy while I watched TLC. And there you have it, folks. I finished the whole belly, and I'm very sorry I didn't show you how to actually finish this, or really working on it, but it's the exact same as the neck portion of it, so I'm just gonna show you guys doing that. It's just different dimensions, but same philosophy. So for the collar, I'm doing it the same as the ribbing at the bottom, but you could do it the same here. You can do a different color, really just whatever floats your boat, and whoever Bob your uncle is. For the neck, we gotta do another long tail cast on, except we gotta make it wider. It's almost gonna look kind of like this, where it's gonna be nice and wide and fit around your neck, or not your neck, you know, your dog's neck. Bam bam turkey chicken guacamole. We are done the cast on, so next we're just creating the ribbing, and I'm doing the same ribbing we've been doing the whole time, which is 2x2. Well, that was a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. It probably took me about 20 minutes to do this. So now I just need to cast off. And for the cast off, we're doing a stretchy cast off because we want it, you know, to stretch around your dog's neck. So I'm going to show you all how to do it. So for this magic cast off, what you're going to do, you know, when you cast off, you have 2 on the right needle and then you know, flip one over. You're not going to do that. Instead, when you have the 2 on the right needle, you are either going to knit or purl, and you'll know that because whatever stitch you did before, you'll do that when you cast off those 2 stitches. So if you're doing a purl right now, right here, okay, oh, sorry, I'm a little slow, okay, there we go. Then you will purl those 2 together. Got it? And then there'll only be 1 left over, and then the next one is also a purl, so you'll do a purl to get it on there, then a purl, so there's only 1 stitch there, and then knit, yeah, you guys get it. And then this is what it should look like. So the top there, that is where we just cast it off, and see, you can stretch it. It doesn't look as nice at the bottom, so that is what we're connecting to the body. But first we gotta, I said that weird. We have to knit the sides together, or sew the sides together. You know what I mean? Yeah, we gotta put all the pieces together. So I'm doing the side here, and then I'm also leaving a little gap so we can put the little, you know, doggy legs in there. Yeah, I'm gonna do that like 2 to 3 inches, whatever size your dog's legs are. You leave that open, and then you finish off the sides. You gotta tuck in all the loose ends, and then we get to the neck portion. So attaching it to here, you do have to do a little bit of a stretch just so it fits here. It's not gonna fit perfectly one-to-one stitch. You're gonna have to kind of roughly attach it where you think best. But what I like to do is I like to take some stitch markers, and you can just stretch it into place and then attach the stitch markers into each corner just to make it a little bit easier when you are attaching them together so it's evenly distributed. And to evenly distribute it, see, I got it there the first try there. Okay. I just tucked in 2 of the stitches every so often from the bottom there, and then I'll do 1, maybe I'll do 2 again, and then I'll do a single, just to kind of even it out when I was knitting it around, and just try to even it out every time I got to a stitch marker. And yeah, does that make sense? I don't know if that does. And then, you know, Bob's my uncle, because, well, he's not really my uncle, he's your uncle, but I finished. And then this is what it should look like. You shouldn't really notice that you even tucked more than 1 into certain stitches. Benson, your sweater's ready. Do you want to try it on? Do you want to try your sweater on? Yeah? You want to see what I made you? Yeah? Okay, come here. Come here, Benson. Come on. Oh, big stretch first. Oh, big stretch. Okay, sit. Good boy. Gotta put your head through. Good boy. Next one. Benson! You look so handsome! It fits great on you. I gotta say, the colors, perfect. I think you look great. I think you look very, very handsome. What do you think? He's fallen asleep. Because Benson will not move unless I move, because he likes to go wherever I go, we're gonna have to do it like this, Benson. So this is what it looks like from the front. Very nice. It's nice high collar. I do like the high collar on you, Benson. It looks very nice. And then here's the hole for the leash, kind of like at the back, just right above the legs. This is what it looks like in the back, the little booty. I like to have sweaters for him that are long. I hate them when they're like this, because then they just look like a crop top. So this one's nice and long. Come here. Slow and steady as usual. One more strut, you can do it. Oh, there you go. You look so handsome, Benson. Even though you just want to take a nap. Well, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed making the Benson sweater with me and Benson today. If you guys want to make your own Benson sweater for your dog, your cat, your rabbit, I will have a link down below in the description so you guys can get it from Hobby, and then all the supplies I use will also be linked down there. They're also from Hobby. And then once again, we want to say thank you so much to Hobby for sponsoring today's video. And I almost forgot that Hobby has tons of free patterns on their website you guys can download for free in knitting and in crochet. And if you don't find any there, you can check out their Hobby Plus patterns, which are made by designers all over the world. And if you love that, you're going to love their Hobby membership, where you guys can get 3 Hobby Plus patterns a month for free. You get 10% off your orders. You get double the points. And lastly, try out their app, their bingo app, where you guys can win lots of free prizes every single week. But that's it. So we're gonna go. I think Benson deserves a little treat. Do you want a treat? Yeah, you want a treat? Yeah, I think he deserves one. So we're gonna go eat. We're both gonna go have a treat. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Let's go. Let's go. Want a treat?